Hello viewers. I am kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage today. I am in a hotel room in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I have poor lighting conditions. Not that that's any indictment on the hotel or this area is absolutely beautiful. I'm here on business, super beautiful, kind of in and out trip because I got a lot of trips scheduled consecutively, unfortunately, which is my worst nightmare. But I thought I would take a moment or two before I have to check out and just share something. So I came across this Lasko B20725 metal high velocity box fan on eBay a week or so ago as of this recording. And as I talk about in other videos, the good Samaritans of the fan community let me know and tag me in this right away that this was out there as well. So I did spot it, but Lamont pointed it out, and a few others did to me, and right away everyone jumps towards the price. $499. This will not sell. And if you guys know me, you know that I have 3 of these now. 1 Lasko, 2 Dayton variants, and really just a badge. That's the only difference on it. It says Dayton on the front instead of Lasko. And I tell the story, and I think other collectors share this kind of thing, where you can spend years looking for something, and then you finally find one, and you may overpay for it, may not be in the best condition, or whatever. And you get your hands on it, and then in a short period of time, you find more. And that's what happened with me. So I didn't find any of these for sale up until back in February of this year, when I found it on Marketplace. Like, it was like 2 hours away. I think, yeah, 2 hours away. So I drove up, bought it. It was pristine condition. I use it mildly. Don't use it that much because I want to keep it. And then, thanks to some good buddies in the fan community, pointed out that there was not 1, but 2 Dayton variants by the same seller on eBay. I bought them both. I bought them one at a time because I don't think I knew that they had 2. And then I bought it, and another one popped up, and I bought it. And it was a really good price. Really good price. I wish I remembered the price. And I gotta say, somewhere in the neighborhood of $100, maybe 150, which I think is reasonable for what this is, for how rare it is, and whatnot. But now, this is now the 4th one I am aware of. Actually, I know of a 5th one, but it belongs to somebody. He's had it for over 10 years. He has a channel. He did an initial video on it when he got it, and then he did an update video earlier this year. And I tried to buy it from him actually, and he said no. he was a good sport. I enjoyed the back and forth, which was cool. So this one popped up, and so I wrote to the seller, and I just, because they talk about how it's rare in the description, and I kind of used some humor and said, "Oh, how rare is it? I own 3 of them." And I said, just some feedback that you can ignore, do what you want with. I said, but it will never sell at this price. And I think you might be able to get away with $199 on this, maybe. But I personally, like, when I sell things on eBay, I set a real low. I don't do the buy it now. I do a real low auction price. Like, if you see my fans out there, I just sold a 3rd gen Lakewood P223. I listed it for $9.99. And you see the other ones out there, they sell for between $40, $50, $70, something in there. So I kind of let the market determine what the price is. And sometimes people will swoop in, and others are not paying attention, and you have to be prepared to let it go for a low price. I ended up selling it for like just under $14, which I probably paid more than that for it. Although the one that I think I may have paid $10 for it or something. I don't remember. But the reason I was selling it is I had 3 of them. And yeah, 3 is not too many, but was trying to thin out the collection and whatnot and organize some things. So I really, it's not like a coveted model for me, even though I really, really like it, but it's not something coveted. So this, if this was in my price zone, I probably would have picked it up, and then therefore I would have two branded Lasko ones and two Dayton ones. So I don't really know ultimately what this will sell for. I'm watching it, clearly 12 other people or 11 other people are. So these things, I mean, are bulletproof. Whether you decide to buy one and run it, ball bearing motor, I mean, they are loud, and that's what, like, I don't want to say non-enthusiasts, but I do feel like people are just like, oh, they're loud. But really, you're missing the point if you think it's too loud. They don't make fans like this anymore. I mean, this was the last attempt by a manufacturer to make something that was pretty much bulletproof. I personally like the P25 over this, just because it has more nostalgia with the shape of the blades. You know, it really parallels the P23, but this is actually more durable than that. This falls out of a window or falls over, you're not breaking the grill. The grill's not getting brittle because of the sun. You use this in direct sunlight, use it use it anywhere. The only knock I have, because I am using regularly one of the Dayton variants in my window in my room, and it's rusting, and I documented that, and it was brand new old stock when I acquired it this past winter. So I'm kind of questioning the paint on it. So I don't think I'm going to paint it. I think what I'm going to do is try to perhaps lightly sand some of the rust and put some either blaster on it or some WD-40 on it just to stop it, because I feel like the rest of the fan's too perfect, has too few hours to get a paint job. So we'll monitor how that goes. I just don't want it to the rust to be a problem. This thing looks like it is pristine. It looks like really the condition of the other ones I have, but this is not going to happen. So I wrote, the seller wrote back to me and said basically that I think they said they're saving for Pokemon cards, or they were referencing they have Pokemon cards that sell for thousands. I can't remember what it was, but it's okay. I was like, it's just not going to sell, which is a shame. And either you got to be prepared to sit on it and just never sell it, and just have it in your closet or basement forever, or understand what the market is on this. And as a collector, maybe that's what this is. Maybe this person's not a collector. They just know they don't make them anymore. They probably did maybe a quick search online, but it is not worth $4.99. No. All right, so moving along is the vintage 70s Edison T13 comfort fan, 3-speed oscillator box fan, fake wood grain. Those of you who know me and know this channel know that I am anything and everything McGraw Edison, especially comfort fan. I was running around saying there are 3 variants I don't currently own. I have many multiples of same variants of the comfort fan and etc. and the variants of those. I don't have the infinite speed. I don't have the one with the Venturi guard on it, which I believe Jordan Yu has. He's occasionally runs that in his, I think last summer he ran that for a bit, or early this summer he ran that for a bit in his living room. And so then this one with the oscillating guard. I've seen these out there, and I've seen that the guards don't function. This would certainly be a piece for the collection that would not get really any use. Oh, that's a nice blurry picture. Interesting how they use a different handle versus that just vibrating, rattly piece of plastic handles that they're known for. Yes, they're still my favorite fans, but I do know where they're not perfect. Looks like the windings are in nice shape. I mean, this really looks like it's in great shape. It's a cool fan. So it's interesting. It's branded comfort conditioner because I have a comfort fan that looks exactly like a regular comfort fan, the label, the badge, everything, except one word is different. It says conditioner instead of fan. Interesting concept. I wonder what these sold for brand new. I bet you they were expensive. T13. Well, let's get to the price in a minute. $279, 8 people watching. Whew, is it worth that? Probably on the higher side. I would say, what would I pay for this? I would probably pay just under 200 bucks for it. At 150 range, maybe 150, somewhere in there. But despite wanting to complete my collection of all the known variants of the Edison comfort fans, even the thin and lights, which I think I have every variant of in those, but for the comfort fan / comfort conditioner, again, there's 3 variants I don't have, and it comes to principle, like, do I just want to break the bank and get all these just so I can say I have every variant? I don't know. I personally, like, just objectively, don't really like this fan in terms of the oscillating guard. I just think it's something to break, something to break, and then it's like irreplaceable, and then you know it's just a mess. But it is a comfort fan or a comfort conditioner, so it's like, what do you do? So I think for me, that even if the price dropped, I think I would pass on this one. I think this would be a fan that if one kind of fell into my lap, you know, maybe less than 100 bucks, maybe 100 bucks or something like that, I would take it. But even just under 200, I would have to have some discretionary cash. Like, I'm thinking, I haven't bought a fan in a while. I've been, you know, whatever. I've been really good. 175, too high. Maybe I'll take 150. Okay. But other than that, like, really, for me to just go buy it on a whim, it would have to be probably 100 or less, likely less, 75, somewhere in there. All right, so let me know on these 2 fans. Do you guys find any of them interesting? Which one would you take? And maybe I was thinking about it as I was kind of rolling through this to find them because I had them favorited. Maybe I'll take you through my favorites, what I keep looking at, and I'll explain why they're important to me. Maybe that'll be the next video or one coming up. So thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I have a flight to catch. Long way home. Until next time.